I'm Jeremy Parsons, and we're going to be making up some awesome cocktails from Sip Niagara and pairing them up with two great happies. So let's get started with the drink. So we're going to be doing a sparkling grilled peach Greyhound with Titos Vodka. So I just grilled up some peaches, and this tastes amazing. Get a nice smokiness to it, plus it softens it up, which helps to pulverize them in the cocktail. It doesn't take much to get those guys smashed up. It actually provides really nice texture. So I'm gonna pour this into the glass with all of that beautiful ice. Next, I'm gonna add in some Fever Tree pink grapefruit. This is a great mixer. So I'm gonna top that up. So we get the nice acidity, the sweetness, and the smoke, but we're not done. I'm gonna add in some lavender and lemon Monin syrup. So I'm pouring this in on top because it is quite viscous. What's gonna happen is the acidity of the mixer and the alcohol is gonna allow that to diffuse across the entire cocktail. Because we're really using this for aromatics. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a stir. Oh, and immediately you get that great lavender, a little bit of lemon, and the grapefruit, nice and refreshing. Let's taste. Oh, that's fabulous. So I'm gonna be frying up some focaccia and making it into a beautiful peach and brujol bruschetta. So I'm gonna be using an oil that I've actually infused with this beautiful maple Caesar rim. And when you're adding this into olive oils, I use this all the time, it's a great trick. What you wanna do is cap it and leave it on its side so it infuses in a uniform manner. And then agitate it before using so you get all those beautiful bacon bits in there. We're gonna add this into the pan and get our focaccia running. Our oil is nice and hot, and we're just gonna flip over those crostinis. I can smell that bacon. That smells awesome. So we have our beautiful crostini, all nice and golden brown. It really only takes a couple of minutes, and the great thing is it's crunchy on the outside and super soft on the inside, which is exactly what we want. So let's start getting this stuff going. We're gonna slice up some fresh peach. This is essential because really, when we heat these up in the oven, it's gonna caramelize with all the rest of the beautiful flavors. And what else do we have in store for you? Well, I've got a mascarpone Gorgonzola that we're going to be using, and that just smears on so nicely. I'm actually gonna use my hands for this. It sort of crumbles and smears all at the same time. See that beautiful blue vein in there? Oh, this is such a cute little canapé to make, and it's so easy. I mean, the crostini really only takes a couple of minutes. You just crumble up the cheese, add in your fresh peaches, and then we're gonna add in the brujol. Brujol is a cured beef, similar to a prosciutto, and we're gonna top it off with a little bit more of our bacon rim and a little bit of hot honey as well. So you get the sweet, the savory, the smoky, and it just goes terrific with both of our cocktails. A little bit messy on the hands, but you know what? I really find that's the best way to be able to portion out that cheese. So next we're gonna add in our fresh peaches. So let's add these guys on here and just kind of press it down. What's gonna happen is this is gonna meld beautifully with the cheese. Try not to use too much of the skin. I know it's a little bit wasteful, but you can always make another cocktail. So here we go. We're gonna add these guys on here, just covering it up. There we go. That's a little bit nicer with a little bit of skin on there, plus it looks pretty. Boom, 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 got that. Okay, we'll cover up that spot. And then we're gonna add in our brujol. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna tear this up a little bit. This is also nice because if you're gonna be cutting it up, which most people will be, it makes it a little bit easier for serving. Nobody wants a huge mess on their lap or on their plates. So try and chop up some of your ingredients. That way you eliminate the sort of smooshing factor. You know, when everything starts to slide across your plate and across your canapé, you wanna keep it all intact. There we go. This has a little bit more fat on it than most brujols. I kind of like it that way. It just provides a little bit more flavor. Next, we're gonna drizzle on a little bit of our hot honey. I am addicted to this stuff. It is terrific. great for making dressings, but also awesome for canapés. And these flavors are really gonna go great together. And then next, piece de resistance. We're gonna add a little bit more of that seasoning. It's just so good. Joyful Lynne makes some amazing little concoctions. I always have a little bit up my sleeve to make things taste terrific. So we're just gonna give them a little bit of room, pop these in the oven for about 8 minutes, and we are good to go. So while our crostini is baking away, we're gonna make up a nice puff pastry flatbread. So I'm gonna start off with some more of that beautiful smoky maple bacon Caesar rim infused olive oil. Say that a million times. It's just super, super versatile. And it's always nice to be able to meld flavors, especially when you're putting together a bunch of different appies. So I'm just brushing this on so we get all of that beautiful flavor. Next, I'm gonna add in some arugula. This is gonna just provide some nice nutty flavor. And then we're gonna add in a beautiful medley of Greek olives. So you gotta think about this now. We've got the nuttiness of the arugula, the smoky sweetness of the olive oil. Then we're gonna add in a little bit of heat. And then we're gonna add in some beautiful feta cheese. So here we go. Let's add this on just in strips. Be nice and generous. I like it to spice. So I'm gonna be putting in quite a bit of this spicy Genoa salami. There we go. Okay, now let's top it off actually. Oh, so good. It's nice to taste when you make it. I'm gonna add in our feta cheese. We're just gonna crumble it. That is so good. So we're just gonna crumble this up, and then we're gonna get into our last cocktail and the big reveal. Oh, just the smells in here are amazing. I'm getting so hungry. I'm gonna add in a little more of a drizzle, and then we're gonna top it off with some microgreens at the end. So we can pop this in the oven at 400 for about 18 minutes, and we're gonna be good to go. So we've got our amazing canapés out here, our beautiful flatbread, and our peach crostini. But we're not done yet. We're gonna be making up an amazing Caesar with Tito's, and we're gonna be using some Walter's spicy Caesar mix. Then we're also gonna add in some Kalamata olive brine. This gives a really nice sweetness and a little bit of saltiness to it. Next, we're gonna add in, this is one of my new favorites, a spicy pickle hot sauce from Halo Heat. So a good healthy squirt, a little bit of that hot honey. So we've got a little bit of sweetness just to balance out the acidity. And there we go. We're gonna shake this guy up. And we're just gonna let it sit for a second to allow the honey to really diffuse through the entire cocktail. While we're doing that, I'm gonna rim up our Caesar with this beautiful seasoning, again, because I can't get enough of this maple bacon seasoning. So we're gonna use it as a rim with a little bit of lemon on there. Just a nice half rim, doesn't that look pretty? We're gonna pour this in. And of course, using that beautiful Kalamata olive brine, we've gotta add in some mixture of beautiful tomatoes and spicy olives. There we go, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you at Sip Niagara.